Breaking news: Newcastle complete the signing of Anthony Gordon for PS40M, plus PS5M in add-ons, after the boyhood Evertonian missed days of training to force through the move as Eddie Howe brings in his top January target. Newcastle have completed the signing of Everton forward Anthony Gordon for a fee that could rise to PS45M. Eddie Howe's side agreed a deal of PS40 million plus PS5M in add-ons on Friday, before the 21-year-old had his medical on Saturday after a week of talks between the clubs. The Newcastle boss had identified Gordon as his top January target and will be delighted to have finally secured his services. Speaking about his move to Newcastle, Gordon told NUFC TV, "Since I heard of the interest, I was always convinced Newcastle were for me. I think the fan base and the city really suits me as a person. The way the team are playing under the gaffer at the minute really suits me, and the club just look like they're heading in the right direction. I feel like it's a really big step. People haven't seen what I'm capable of yet. I think under the gaffer, and the way the club's going, I can really excel here." While Howe added, "I'm delighted to sign Anthony. He's a top talent. I'm really excited to work with him, to develop him, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in a Newcastle shirt." Gordon failed to show for Everton training on Wednesday and Thursday as he attempted to accelerate his exit. There were concerns that the arrival of Marcelo Bielsa as manager at Goodison Park could halt the deal, given he wanted pace in his team. However, when the move for Bielsa collapsed and Sean Dyche emerged as Everton's choice, with the former Burnley boss expected to be appointed imminently, the Gordon transfer was allowed to proceed. Newcastle had inquired about him in the summer but were put off by a PS60M asking price. Those demands remained earlier this week, as Sportsmail reported on Tuesday. However, there was always confidence a compromise would be reached given Gordon's desire to quit his boyhood club. The 21-year-old star could now make his Newcastle debut at home to West Ham United next Saturday. Gordon's move to St James Park came after he told Everton he had no intention of returning to training at Finch Farm after missing a total of 3 days, the first of which was planned. He has infuriated fans over his conduct despite being a boyhood Everton fan and was chased down the street by a supporter following their 2-1 loss to Southampton earlier this month. Supporters took to the streets after the match to run after Gordon's car, scream obscenities and tell him to get out of our club, after teammate Yerry Mina was also confronted and urged to show a bit of heart in their relegation battle. TikTok footage showed the fan sprinting down the road to catch up to Gordon's window before shouting through the driver's side window, "You effing D-head. AK head. Gordon, what the F? Like? F off, get out of our club." The Everton youth product has not started a game for the Toffees since the mid-season World Cup break after a dip in form followed his starring role in last season's Premier League survival bid under Frank Lampard, who was sacked earlier this week. Gordon joined Everton, an 11-year-old, after being released by Liverpool and made his debut for the club in a Europa League game away at Cypriot side Apollon Limassol in 2017. He didn't make his Premier League debut until 2020, and spent the second half of the 2021-22 season on loan at Preston to build up first-team experience, but he failed to score or assist in 11 appearances at Deepdale. Gordon enjoyed a breakthrough season last year and had been one of Lampard's key players. His electric displays led to plenty of interest from some of the top clubs in England, including from Tottenham and Chelsea. He has just 3 goals from 12 starts this season, but that hasn't stopped Newcastle from investing in the youngster as they look to complete a fairy tale season and finish in the top 4. The England under-21 international leaves Goodison Park having scored 7 goals and added 8 assists in 78 appearances in all competitions. It has been a difficult month for the Toffees, who are 19th in the table, having seen forward Arnaud Danjuma snub a move to Goodison in favour of Tottenham, despite completing a medical with them. However, there is hope that the impending appointment of Sean Dyche can turn their season around, with the club only 2 points from safety despite their struggles. They return to action next Saturday lunchtime when they take on Everton, before a Merseyside derby against Liverpool the following game week.